We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Right to the air goes Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And he's got Pierce. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First run now for Kyron Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a second and 10. Tua going to give this to Wright. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. His third rushing touchdown on the year and fourth overall. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Throwing Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. to throw. Here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Tua. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
1st and 10 at the Dolphins' 48-yard line.
Nix going to give to Harvey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This quick pass complete to Sutton. So nothing doing there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. You talk about this Miami defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Kill.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now it's Nix. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Broncos 14, Dolphins 7. Fairbairn is set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, cover one, cover one.
On the ground, it's Ollie Gordon. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Dolphins at 4-6 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ready, shot. Big team.
Looking to pass. Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
21G, 21G. Hey.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Ready. 22.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 41 yards. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
It's a gain of 32.
Well, he brooked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 33. To throw is Nix. And this one is incomplete.
The one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Here's Nix. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be third and forever. Nix to the air. Under pressure, they got him again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup at 25. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Nix. They'll find McMillan here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the Broncos
63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Denver.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Nix. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On the handoff, Harvey. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Once more with Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
14 yards.
Couple of Alabama guys there, 2 at a Waddle for the Miami first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
A loss of 4.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, hey. Solo left Zion.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch it, Oscar.
Here's Tua. Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's second and 10. Back to throw. Nix. This is caught by McMillan. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Broncos.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Third and long.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Escapes the defender. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ready to stand.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Get set. Ready, team. What's it?
And they'll run it here. And that one going to be slowed up before it can really get going. Good work defensively to read the trickery and make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Come on, two. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kyron Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie things at 20 all.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Broncos 20. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
In motion left goes Sutton. To throw, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. To the left side, he's got McMillan. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 25. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now it's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Kill. On my set. Ready.
A handoff. Here's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 27-all.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They fake the handoff, now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Tua going to throw. Open man is Higgins. Down the right sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 9.
Ready.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9.
You're right here. All right, fellas. Listen up.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Tua Tagovailoa. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Broncos 27. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. In motion goes the tight end. On the give, it's Harvey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 90 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Nix to the air. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Broncos.
They'll run with Harvey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
34. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Good.
Again, it's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Turbo 3, kick.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to pass to him. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
They're on 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. To throw is Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On the ground, Harvey. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on its toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Harvey going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Second down, goal to go. They'll go. Here's Harvey.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Broncos 40, Dolphins 34. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Tua going to change the play. Here's Tua. Pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing Tua. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's a loss of 8.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Yeah, hit it. Let's go. Hey. Turbo 1, high.
Now Tua. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
42-yard line.
Hey, Turbo 1, go.
Tua. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet and make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
Solo left Zion. Hey.
Here's Tua. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
They'll take over first and 10.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Hold on, son.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.